do you consider yourself to be a generalist or a specialist? Layla?
Yes. Actually, I when I saw that, I thought that um, I'm likely be a generalist. I didn't know. I didn't saw that movie before, and I always told myself I have many interests. I like to do a lot of things, and I thought that I never gonna be a specialist, and so I never be a successful woman in the future. And I felt so depressed, you know. But by watching that, I thought that I shouldn't be worried about that. I should just do anything I like in the best way, and it will be fine. There isn't any problem with that. And as the woman in the video said, there isn't any problem with be a generalist or be a specialist. We need both of them, and when a person who is a specialist and a person who is a generalist work with each other, that is a big successful. We need both of them.
Yeah, wonderful. Actually, I'm very pleased to know that the video lifted your spirits a little bit. That really wonderful. So, others, what do you think? What do you consider yourself? Are you a generalist? Are you a specialist? What is your take? What is your opinion?
Yes, may I?
Yeah, please go. Fire off.
Um, well, I think I'm I'm a generalist. I think it depends on the person. Some people they are specialists. They can't focus on. They focus on just one thing. They can do many things at the same time. And there are who likes to uh, some people who like to do many things. Um, Regarding to your question, um, is a person can be a journalist? Yes, of course. My friend, she is a pharmacist, designer, writer, and a teacher. So, and she is very successful. So yeah, you can be a journalist and you can be successful at the same time. So yes, I think
Right,
being a
right. Now
journalist.
you mentioned a good point that it really depends on the person. We are different
Yeah,
and diversity. One of the hallmark of being a human. We grew up in different environments, so therefore, um, this all these factors contributed to this decision. Am I a specialist? Am I a generalist? Am I both? Because you know I would argue you can be both. You can be specialist in one area. Let's say I'm a teacher. I'm a
yeah,
specialist in teaching. I'm very good at teaching, but I have another other interests that I'm good at. I'm not mastering these
yeah,
other skills, but I'm good at them. I can help others with my other set of skills. But I'm very good at I'm a specialist in this, but I'm a generalist at you know others. Now let me hear from others. Others
oh,
we have Yam. Are you? What do you consider yourself? Are you a generalist? Are you a specialist? What is your take on the whole topic? If you can speak up.
Me? Right?
Yeah, if you can,
Okay.
please. Yeah.
Um, Actually, I shared your point that you can. I consider myself to be generalist and specialist at the same time. Um, like my major right now is civil engineering. So like I want to be a specialist in this field, but I'm also generalist in other things like English, like learning English. Before before I joined engineering school, I was in medicine school. I studied medicine for 3 years. So it didn't work out for me. So like I have some, I would say some knowledge about medicine. So I would say I'm a generalist in medicine, but I'm willing to be a specialist in civil engineering. I know it's two different fields, but I found myself in the second field than than the first one. Yeah,
Right,
so can be
right.
both. Yeah.
So we share a similar point of view. Okay. Now, others, welcome everybody. Now, I'm not gonna repeat, uh, the whole class, but you can listen to the recording. Sarah from Egypt and Najla. I don't really know you, but you can listen to the recording after the class. Now, let us continue. Now, there is an idiom, there is an English idiom. I'm gonna say this idiom and I want to hear your opinion. The idiom, the saying or the idiom goes like that: Jack of all trades, master of none. Are you familiar with this idiom?
Repeat it, please.
Let me write it for you. Jack
Okay.
of all trades, master of none. Jack of all trades, master of none. Do you understand it? Okay. So basically, it means the person who is a generalist, the person who is who have the person who has many interests is master of none. Master of none. It means this. My understanding, this mindset of being a generalist will lead you nowhere. You know. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Basically, did you understand it, or would you want me to repeat it for you?
Yes, you can repeat, please.
Shall I repeat it?
Yes, please.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
you.
So okay, it means this mindset. You know the word mindset. Let me write it for you. Mindset, a way of thinking, right? Person's way of thinking. You know, there is a book I would recommend. To have a look at it. The what it, let me see. I believe the psychology of success, something like that. But the basic idea of this book, people divide it into two groups. A group who have a growth mindset, a growth mindset. Let me write it for you. And we have fixed mindset. So I'm not gonna, you know, talk about this book, but if you want to, we could talk about it in the future classes. Fixed mindset. So growth mindset, a person who is, now who shared this? I think William shared this quote by Einstein. In each difficulty lies an opportunity, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So this is a growth mindset. This is a growth mindset. You look at the obstacles that you encounter, that you face, um, and you now and other person shared another quote, very interesting quote. Fatima shared it, I believe, a quote saying, "Don't let mental blocks control you. Set yourself free, control your fear, and turn the mental blocks, let's say the difficulties, into building blocks, so we can benefit from the difficulties, the hardships that we face, and we can benefit from them. So this is a growth mindset, and the opposite is a fixed mindset. People who think, you know, um, uh, pessimistic. We can't. We are doomed. This is very bad, and we can't do nothing. We can't do anything about it. Okay, so what do I wanted to say? What was I talking about basically? Yeah, mindset. Yeah, Jack. So yeah, I remembered. Lucky me. Okay, so
Yeah.
this mindset of being a generalist will lead you nowhere. You are a failure, let's say. Do you agree with this idiom? Do you disagree? Are you disagree? Are you with, against, and tell me why? Okay,
Could
anybody?
you
Are you
repeat, please? I didn't hear
okay?
your voice.
So
I
the mind now, did you now the word mindset? You know the word mindset?
Yes.
Mindset. I just wrote it down. Mindset, a way of thinking. Okay. Now the idea. Now the idea. Now the idiom is saying is Jack of all trades, master of none. All. Can you see it in the chat? Can you see it in the chat?
Yes.
Okay. Jack of all trades, master of none. So basically, what this um, it means basically the mindset of a generalist is not let's say not a practical mindset. You should focus on one thing. Do you agree? You with it? Are you against it? What is your take? What do you think?
I don't agree. We just mentioned that you can be a journalist and you can be successful at the same time. So yeah, my answer is I don't agree with this saying.
All right. Anybody? Anyone else?
And me too. By considering that video, um, there isn't any problem with being a generalist, and a generalist can be also a successful man or woman. So there isn't any um, nothing. There isn't nothing. There's nothing bad in it.
Right. Anyone else? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah. Please go.
Thank you. I think the human nature plays a big role in like having a lot of interests. So people tend to be like most of the people I think like to be generalists because they have like because life is diverse. So they have so many fields, so many sectors. So the human nature um will definitely play a role in being liking a lot of things. But the society um, uh, demands to be specialist in a certain sector, so you can because like sectors are really really big. So you can be generous. Um, so you in sectors to make something work or to have a job. You know what I mean? Like civil engineering, you have to be a specialist in that sector. So in that field, so you can um you know um make
Yeah,
it work,
yeah,
you know. And like they have so there are a lot of some like 5 years, and then you can have after that the doctor PhD. I don't know, like a lot of things. So it took a lot of years and time to be a specialist, but it doesn't mean not to be not to have some other interest. This is what I think.
yeah. Really great point you mentioned. You know, the pressure of society on those who want to have many interests. The idea that you should have one thing and that's it. This is really a real pressure. You know, this is really interesting point that you just mentioned. Um, Now, by the way, this is not the whole idiom, the whole saying. The whole saying, I shared it if you probably looked at it. Jack of all trades, master of none. Though often better than a master of not, master of one. So the whole saying is